Yeah, me and my daughter, we was watching Snow White last night, right? And I remember, I can't remember who it was, but I remember a DVD I was watching where they was breaking down symbolic meanings in the comics and stuff. Oh, the brother Asir the Ducatir, shout out to that brother, and me doing research and everything like that. So we was watching Snow White last night, right? And do you guys remember the mirror in Snow White that made her commit suicide, right? And this could be like the mirror in reality. When you're shining and you're glowing, right? Your achievements in life is like a mirror to other people, and it will make them feel low and less than sometimes. But guess what? That's not your fault. A lot of times we feel bothered by it because we think it's our fault when it's really an issue with them. I spoke about this before. It's a deep down insecurity. And they will try to make you feel bad for being who you are. And how can you spot a hater that you might think is your people's, right? An enemy, or what they call a frenemy, right? You think they're a friend, but they're really a frenemy. And they hate you on the low, or they despise your achievements on the low, because every time they're around you, or every time, you're talking or engaging, you remind them of what they could be or what they're not, right? So you often hear the expression, I was just talking to someone where they said it's lonely, right? And that is true to a certain extent, but when you reach the top, that's when you see who's your true friends and your true people, right? A lot of times when you're moving towards the top, you have a lot of crabs in the buckets where people will try to bring you down, and they will give you this fake advice, right? They're giving you advice trying to make you go left because they don't want you to exceed more than them, right? So that's the trick. So a lot of times we have to really listen and really pay attention, right? Listen to the undertone of people's voices when they say good morning. Even when they say good morning to you or they seem happy for you, check their undertone, check their facial expression, right? Because energy, it doesn't lie. You can try to manipulate it a lot, but watch their face when you tell them some good news that happened to you. Listen to their voice when you're happy for yourself. Listen to their voice, right? And some people just don't say anything. Some people just don't say anything, right? You sharing your good achievements with them, trying to motivate them, but they're taking it as a insult. You see how that works? So my advice is just to stay away from these type of people, right? People do change, people do come around. A lot of times it might be an issue that they're going through at the time. We have some friends, for a long time, and then sometimes they just start acting crazy. We don't know what's going on. So me, myself, I would say stay away from these type of people because it can turn violent. Just like just like Snow White with the mirror. You understand what I'm saying? And she committed a homicide. So, it's just something to think about. A lot of times we don't want to think about it, and we want to be so good to these people, and we want to be so nice. And at the end of the day, we get taken advantage of because we're trying to move up, and these people are trying to stay where they're at due to their insecurity, and the insecurity creates jealousy, and the jealousy can create murder, man. So be safe. Peace and love.